higher education institutions were never spared of the devastating effects of COVID-19. We bravely braced the day-to-day challenges and uncertainties. But education must continue. We readily shifted to a different educational platform. We learned to adapt and thrive. And now, we are reaping the fruits of our resilience. This year's graduation exercises is a celebration of hope, a celebration of success, and a celebration of life. This event will serve as a memento to remind us that no matter what transpires, we rise above the challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Caraga State University Cabadbaran City 23rd Commencement Exercises with the theme, CSU Facing the New Normal, #Uswag pa more. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mace Bearer. The members of Caraga State University Board of Regents. Chairperson, Honorable Perfecto A. Alibit. The University President. The Vice President for Academic Affairs. The Chancellor. The Graduate Studies Faculty. The College of Engineering and Information Technology. The College of Industrial Technology and Teacher Education. The College of Business and Accountancy.
College of Tourism and Hospitality Management. Department of General Education. The administrative staff.
To officially commence this virtual program, please observe a moment of silence for a short prayer to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem and the ASEAN Hymn.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, helas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y bumay. Lupang pinirang, tuyang ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka pasisigil, sa gagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mo pagaw, ay hinagang tulakaw.
to declare the session of the commencement exercises open, the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Rolando N. Paluga.
I declare commencement exercises of Caraga State University, Cabadbaran City, open.
And now, the hooding ceremony for the graduates of Master of Arts in Education.
for the presentation of graduates from the College of Industrial Technology and Teacher Education, College Dean, Dr. Ramil B. Arante. From the College of Engineering and Information Technology, College Dean, Engineer Tessa L. Vergara. To recommend the graduates to the University President, the Chancellor, Dr. Marilyn B. Castillo. And to confer the degrees and diplomas, the University President, Dr. Anthony M. Pinaso.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you 16 candidates for graduation from the College of Industrial Technology and Teacher Education, broken down as follows: 6 for the degree Master of Arts in Education, 9 for the Teacher's Certificate Program, and 1 for the degree Bachelor of Science in Industrial Technology. I hereby certify that they have satisfactorily completed all the academic requirements for their respective degrees and diplomas. I hereby recommend, through the Chancellor, that they be conferred with their respective degrees and diplomas.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you 17 candidates for graduation from the College of Engineering and Information Technology, broken down as follows: 1 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, and 16 for the Diploma in Computer Technology. I hereby certify that they have satisfactorily completed all the academic requirements for their respective degrees and diplomas. I hereby recommend, through the Chancellor, that they be conferred with their respective degrees and diplomas.
Based upon the presentation of the college deans that there are 28 graduates for the College of Engineering and Information Technology and 16 graduates for the College of Industrial Technology and Teacher Education, a total of 44 graduates have satisfactorily completed all the academic requirements for their respective degrees and diplomas. I hereby recommend that they are eligible for graduation, having completed satisfactorily the requirement prescribed by the Commission on Higher Education. May I therefore request the University President to confirm their graduation.
By virtue of the authority vested upon me as President of Caraga State University by the University Board of Regents, I hereby confirm you graduates and confer upon you your respective degrees and titles with all the rights and privileges and corresponding duties and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations!
Ladies and gentlemen, the University Awardees. History Maker Award is given in grateful recognition as one of the first graduates of the Master of Arts in Education, Major in Educational Management of Caraga State University, Cabadbaran City. Best Graduate Thesis Award is given in grateful recognition as the Best Graduate Thesis Awardee with research title, Teachers' Practices and Learners' Academic Performance under Distance Learning in Cabadbaran City Division, North District.
To introduce our guest speaker, please help me welcome Dr. Cecilia H. De Lima.
Our speaker is a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration from the University of the Philippines, Diliman, with a Master's in Management from the University of the Philippines, Mindanao. She is married with 2 daughters, all married as well, with 2 grandchildren. She started her professional career as a special assistant to both the Executive Director of the University of the Philippines Institute for Small-Scale Industries and the Director of the Small Enterprises Research and Development Foundation, and concurrent Professor of the Asian Institute of Management Letters, Trailblazing Research and Book on Successful Entrepreneurs from 1984 to 1985. She decided to come back home in 1986, just before the EDSA revolution, to join a local and alternative community newspaper initiative. After a 3-year stint, she finally joined to the Department of Trade and Industry. She is a career service eligible and has been recommended by the Career Executive Board for original rank appointment as full-fledged Career Executive Service Officer. Our speaker spent 7 years as financial analyst, specialist for the Tulong sa Tao non-government microcredit project, which was the 2-step lending facility for cooperatives, associations, and micro-entrepreneurs when she first joined Agusan del Norte. She then became one of the pioneers of the DTI Regional Office for the Caraga region. It is in the said office where she rose from the ranks starting as Senior Trade and Industry Specialist, Supervising Trade and Industry Specialist, Chief Trade and Industry Specialist, handling planning, management, support services, special projects and concerns, and in concurrent capacity, the finance and administrative division. She was also assigned as officer in charge of the operations of Department of Trade and Industry, Agusan del Sur, since 2016 till she was transferred to her present position and got her appointment. And currently, the Provincial Director of the Department of Trade and Industry, Agusan del Norte Provincial Office, which covers the province's 10 municipalities and the cities of Cabadbaran and Butuan since 2018. Among the many regional accomplishments, she was recognized as an awardee in the said agency. She represented her agency in some foreign events abroad, such as the One Town, One Product, OTOP, benchmarking in Thailand, 2004, Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, APIC, the Group on Services Conference on Addressing SME Business Constraints through Services in Washington, D.C., 2011, and the Korean International Cooperation Agency. Currently, overseeing operations at the Agusan del Norte Provincial Office, our speaker continues to hold regional assignments and designations as the Regional Industry Cluster Manager for cacao, bamboo, processed fruits, and nuts, wood, and abaca. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present to you our beloved guest of honor to these 23rd commencement exercises, a woman who is persistent and tenacious, reliable and trustworthy, and enthusiastic in her career. Please help me welcoming the Provincial Director of Department of Trade and Industry, Agusan del Norte, Honorable Brenda Baybay Corvera.
My respects to all Caraga State University officials. Let me start with Chairperson, CSU Board of Regents and Commission on Higher Education, Commissioner Dr. Perfecto Alibin, University President Dr. Anthony M. Penaso, University Vice Presidents who are here, Chancellor of the CSU Cabadbaran City Campus, Dr. Marilyn B. Castillo, College Deans, faculty and staff. Of course, special greetings to our graduating students and their parents or guardians, guests, ladies and gentlemen, maayong adlaw kanatong tanan. Allow me first to extend my warmest congratulations to the graduates of CSU Cabadbaran City Campus. Amidst the continuing pandemic, this occasion truly is a reason to celebrate. When it was my turn to graduate then, unlike you, I did not join the commencement exercises. I just felt it was such a big production number, and it will just emphasize the fact that my family members cannot be around because it will be too costly to bring them all from the province. My greatest challenge then was studying away from home. Yours, at least since the past year, was studying from home and being physically away from school. After the euphoria and celebrations, I am sure each of you, our 44 graduates, will be asking, so what's next? I know all of us who are also present here today, aside from the graduates, are asking the same questions ourselves. What will a post-pandemic era look like? Or isn't it more urgent to ask the question, when will we find ourselves at that stage? That stage when the pandemic is gone and all of us can safely meet each other and mingle again. How far into the future can we see or visualize to be able to make or firm up our plans? Others have likened it to an early morning or late afternoon driving down a foggy road where you talk of a 50 to 100 meter visibility, plus or minus, depending on the condition of the environment, the weather, and perhaps your eyesight. But you nevertheless trudge along and move forward. Many experts have weighed in on this matter. Early on, I think it was about the third or fourth quarter of 2020 and up to the first quarter this year, when we saw a lowering of cases and therefore the easing of community quarantine restrictions, that some optimists boldly suggested that we will be able to recover by the end of this year or early 2022. Others who are more conservative picked 2023 as a more realistic timeline to bounce back. But with how things are going, some pragmatic officials and personalities, and even some World Health Organization officials have gone on record to say that we might not see the end of this in the next 3 to 5 years or more. Given that, I think your theme of facing the new normal, uswag pa more, speaks of two things: acceptance, and that's different from resignation, and hope that despite everything, we can and should still advance. With or without the pandemic, the kind of future we could be facing will look like this. robotics, 3D printing, drones, for our industrial technology major in automotive and our BS in electrical engineering graduates, e-learning arrangements or services for our first batch of graduates of the Master of Arts in Education, major in educational management, and even for the teacher certificate program finishers, and big data, nanotechnology, virtual reality, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and the Internet of Things for our BS Information Technology and those with diploma in computer technology graduates. What I have rattled off are just some of the 14 industries in the future under the so-called Industrial Revolution 4.0. Whether or not the pandemic will put a brake or accelerate our march towards this kind of future remains to be seen. But as they say, the future is in our hands. We can actually create our future. That is why we cannot afford to just let be and wait for the world to settle, provide us certainty, and a 100% safe place to pursue what we want to be. Allow me then to share with you how our agency, the Department of Trade and Industry, faced the new normal challenges early on and how we continue to do so to this day. I hope you graduates will find the information that I will be sharing helpful. I hope it will provide you another option to consider other than looking forward to employment in your chosen field, as this may be quite difficult at this stage, at least for certain sectors. That option is for you not to seek employment, but rather to employ yourself, and hopefully with the resources available, including our agency's help, you will be the one providing jobs to others. When I cited the metaphor of a foggy road, I did not mention one other important element, and that is you can only move forward when you know your goal or destination. When the pandemic hit, our agency clearly knew what we needed to do to continue to serve our micro, small, and medium enterprises or MSMEs and the consuming public. As we all know, our businesses, especially the small ones, were the first to get hit because not all were allowed to operate, except for those in essential services. Among those which were partially or fully allowed to continue doing business, some, if not most, had to face low or no sales at all because people were not going out, and others sadly had no money to buy because of lost income from discontinued work. For those who have the money to purchase, there was difficulty in getting supply because there was initially a problem on the flow of essential goods and cargoes across borders and in public transport. Aside from the immediate social amelioration program or the government financial aid, which unfortunately our agency was not part of, as we were supposed to come in during the recovery stage with our interest and hassle-free financing facility, which again we were actually forced to roll out earlier because as people realized there was no distinct recovery stage to speak of then. We really had to rethink our support programs and services quickly. So we reached out to our MSMEs to establish how many were affected, in what ways were they affected, and what help do they need from us. We enforced the nationwide price freeze on basic necessities. We brought up the matter on an hampered flow of cargoes for essential goods in the LGU task forces and the Philippine National Police who were manning the checkpoints. We brainstormed on ways to pivot to continue to help the MSMEs and the general public without compromising the health of our own workforce. It was clear our MSMEs needed sales to cover production costs, to pay their workers, to pay their suppliers, and pay themselves for their consumption, and leave enough to continue on. It was hard for everyone, but later on, some positive gains were also detected. We were all given time in our hands. For some of the MSMEs, they used the downtime to refocus their business, to capacitate themselves and their workers with the many webinars that were made available, and to finally consider the technology options and the potential of digitalization or going online, which were otherwise postponed to give way to actual business. And so to the earlier question of whether the pandemic can halt or accelerate a planned future advancement, in our agency's experience, it did fast-track adoption of an initiative which we have actually started pushing together with other agencies years back with little result, and that is electronic or e-commerce. So it took the pandemic to accelerate the process of people embracing selling and buying online and making use of e-payments and the like. In our case, the first thing we did was provide an online product showcase and e-marketplace for our local products through our Hinang Butuan Agnor e-marketplace on Facebook. Initially to ensure their continuing presence and to present them as an option for buyers who are now slowly getting the hang of ordering just about anything online. And then we moved on to handling virtual trade fairs with free delivery services. If you must know, the pandemic really canceled several marketing and trade events which were being lined up for our local producers. So you can just imagine the revenues lost and the opportunity for them to reach out to new buyers and new markets. Our virtual trade fairs, and then later on our month-long synchronized blended, which means physical and virtual trade fair, which we mounted for all negosyo centers in the cities and municipalities November, December last year, and which we are doing again this year, more than made up for those lost marketing chances. We never closed our negosyo centers. This is where business counseling, business registration, business information services, including training, can be accessed by MSMEs unless the LGUs where they were hosted were on lockdown. So to ensure safety of both our NC staff and clients, we have retrofitted all our centers with acrylic safety barriers and ensured observance of minimum public health protocols. We continue to work with our industry cluster players in the field and in their processing centers to pursue the provincial government of Agusan del Norte's Agusan Up development agenda. We even went to remote areas for our livelihood seeding program, Negosyo Servicios sa Barangay, to brief residents on how to start business, do entrepreneurial mindsetting, and give out livelihood starter kits. We went ahead in processing applications and granting of shared service facilities, and then the enhancement and investment plans for priority industry clusters and commodities under our Rural Agri-Enterprise Partnership for Inclusive Development or Rapid Growth. And we have enlisted the province's young, would-be and existing entrepreneurs since last year to pitch their innovative business ideas that could respond to the needs of the times. These were all measures to ensure that economic enterprise support, infrastructure, and capability development interventions are made available for the people. On the other hand, we also continued to receive and resolve consumer complaints via different platforms. Cabadbaran City and the CSU Cabadbaran campus are fortunately at the center of these continuing programs and projects. Our Negosyo Center Cabadbaran will soon move to a bigger space provided by our local government unit, the better to serve our MSMEs needs. We are also in talks with the LGU for the operation of a one town, one product or OTOP hub to permanently display our products also here in Cabadbaran. A shared service facility for locally stranded individuals on food processing has been granted and is being established as well. Other SSFs for cacao processing, Abaca, and Aquamarine have also been approved to further economic activities and possible employment for Cabadbaranians. Your own university is a cooperator of our two shared service facilities for food innovation and processing, and the coffee cupping laboratory. So other than making adjustments to ensure safety from COVID infection and doing transmission, our agency is basically on track in our commitments to serve consumers and MSMEs. In closing, let me get back to you graduates and your thoughts on the road ahead of you. Let me share that I developed a liking to these lines which I got from an Asian series. And I quote, "A road is not just where we walk, but also where we move forward. A road where we cannot move forward is not a real road. A road is open to everyone, but not everyone can take that road." End of quote. My hope is that you can all end up saying the last line of this passage, which says, and I quote, "I'm on the road again, and I'm not alone." End of quote. Because truly, you are not alone. Should you want to take the path to entrepreneurship, and by the way, this does not prescribe any degree, you know you can count on us, your local government unit, and even your alma mater with its economic facilities, among others, to help you. You are not alone because although the new normal demands distancing, our common goal to conquer this pandemic, to help others and ourselves be safe, to live a quality life, and see a better future binds us all. Thank you and congratulations.
For the distribution of diplomas, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of Class 2021.
Master of Arts in Education, Basilio Reynan S., Magallanes, Agusan del Norte. Castrodes Robel S., Magallanes, Agusan del Norte. Gonya Joel M., Magallanes, Agusan del Norte. Magarin Mylene P., Barangay 5, Cabadbaran City. Ubida Julius N., Barangay 12, Cabadbaran City. Sahulan Rovelin P., Rosario, Agusan del Sur. Diploma in Education and Teaching, Aguilar Sarah Jane R., Esperanza, Agusan del Sur. Bagtasos Elena D., La Union, Cabadbaran City. Cuyag Raquel May O., Kauswagan, Cabadbaran City. Dedwarmano Chris Jean A., Cabinet, Cabadbaran City.
Itangeres Fritzy A. Magallanes, Agusan del Norte. Lauron Genevieve S. Cabelte Street, Cabadbaran City. Simbrano Janice L. Kauswagan, Cabadbaran City. Sirera Cherilu T. Bayabas, Cabadbaran City. Siman Rovic Q. Tolosa, Cabadbaran City. Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering. Lorono R.J. Van C. Tubay, Agusan del Norte. Diploma in Computer Technology. Amba Chris James E. Baan, Butuan City. Cabaron Judy Ann S. Claro, Bayugan City. Calamba Arnec E. Tubay, Agusan del Norte. Cangas Marjanfel B. La Union, Cabadbaran City. Cuarenta G. Lord N. La Union, Cabadbaran City. Datig J. A. Magallanes, Agusan del Norte. Dilihero Ana Rose C. La Union, Cabadbaran City. Lampong Giselle M. Tubay, Agusan del Norte. Lara Judy K. La Union, Cabadbaran City. Pigares Jeffy B. Magallanes, Agusan del Norte. Pilarios AJ Boy M. Barangay 3, Cabadbaran City. Racho Nerami D. Mabini, Cabadbaran City. Rivera Mary Grace H. La Union, Cabadbaran City. Sakurin Fritchel P. Magallanes, Agusan del Norte. Tubo Carolino D. Barangay 12, Cabadbaran City. Tugonon Hanime M. Barangay 3, Cabadbaran City.
To lead the graduates in giving their pledge of loyalty to the alma mater, Mr. Julius Ubida. To be followed by the induction of graduates to Caraga State University Cabadbaran City Alumni Association, let us welcome Engineer Ray Tultra.
Pledge of Loyalty. As I hold this diploma or certificate, the symbol of my modest achievement, I wish to express my deep gratitude to God, my parents, and my mentors for giving me the light and wisdom to live to the standards of my alma mater, the Caraga State University Cabadbaran campus. With a solemn sense of responsibility, I implore God to give me enough strength and courage to help my parents, to revere my alma mater, and to serve my country.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Ako si nagtatapos sa Caraga State University, Cabadbaran City, ay taimtim na nanunumpa na tutuparin ko na ang buong husay at katapatan ang mga tungkulin ko bilang kasapi ng Caraga State University Cabadbaran Alumni Association at kusa kong babalikatin ang mga pananagutang ibibigay sa akin nang walang anumang pasubali o hangaring umiwas. Kasi hanawa ako ng Diyos.
Graduates, please join us in the singing of your graduation song.
Close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. Brightest colors fills my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. On a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. 'cause every night I lie in bed, their brightest colors fills my head. A million dreams are keeping me away. I think of what the world can be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. On a million dreams for the love we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Our university officials would like to express their sincerest congratulations to the graduates of Class 2021.
Para sa Class of 2021, isang mapagpalayang araw sa inyong lahat. Hayaan niyong simulan ko ang aking mensahe sa isang mainit na pagbati at pagpupugay sa mga magsisipagtapos ngayong araw na ito. Today, while the situation has somehow improved compared to March of 2020, things are obviously far from how they were before and would probably not go back to the old normal. I understand your frustration of missing a live graduation. Pero saludo ako sa inyo dahil napagtagumpayan ninyo ang mga hamon ng pandemya at naipagpatuloy ang pag-aaral sa kabila ng mga balakid at limitasyon. At ngayon ay mas handa na kayong harapin ang susunod na yugto ng inyong buhay. You and your university were able to courageously respond to the needs of the times, move forward as one, and rise above the challenges. Now on the part of CHED, we acted quickly and conscientiously at the onset of the pandemic and devised ways to allow continued access to quality education through flexible modes of learning. In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, we ensured that learning continued by adopting a policy of flexible learning. Sa aking pagpadyak sa iba't ibang pamantasan sa buong Pilipinas, ako'y nabigyan ng pagkakataon na makausap, makasama, at makahalubilo ang mga mag-aaral, guro at empleyado ng iba't ibang pamantasan at kolehiyo sa bansa. I heard stories of struggles in the midst of the pandemic. We recognize the diligence, patience, and hard work of both the administrators, the faculty, the staff, and most important, the students, for not allowing the pandemic to ruin your dreams and aspirations. Last February 2021, nakilala ko ang magkapatid na parehong tertiary education subsidy grantees sa Tibiao, Antique. Sila ay si Maria at Remigio Escudero mula sa University of Antique. Ang kanilang ikinabubuhay ay magtinda ng balut at pagtama ng pandemya, nawalan sila ng kabuhayan. When they received their subsidy during the COVID-19 pandemic in May, pagkatapos nilang gastusin ang kanilang test sa mga pangangailangan nila sa pag-aaral, ginamit nila ang natitirang test upang makabangon ang kanilang negosyo at makakuha ng panggastos sa pang-araw-araw na pag-aaral. Last month, when I was in Cebu, I met Renami Nunez. Si Renami ay test beneficiary ng 2 taon na. Ginamit niya ang kanyang unang test subsidy para kabitan ng kuryente ang kanilang bahay dahil naaawa siya sa kanyang kapatid na nag-aaral sa dilim. Her second subsidy was used to buy her first cell phone in her life, and her third subsidy to buy a second-hand laptop for herself and her brother. She continues to study to better herself. She will be the first in her family to get a college education. A few weeks ago, during my bike ride, I met Catherine Ehe, who used her test subsidy para makapagpatayo ng sari-sari store at para ipagawa ang bubong ng kanilang bahay. Makatapos niyang bilhin ang pangangailangan niya for flexible learning. And soon, I hope to meet some of the test beneficiaries in your university. These stories of success from our scholars are the reason why this year we claim victory for free higher education. These stories are proof that the Duterte administration prioritizes free and quality education for our young people. It is also with pride and happiness that I share with you that even in the midst of the pandemic, more than 1.6 million Filipinos in more than 200 public universities now continue to receive quality higher education for free. Sa iba't ibang panig ng ating bansa, ay narinig ko na mga kwento ng tagumpay ng ating mga mag-aaral, lalong-lalo na ang mga nakakakuha ng test at tulong-duno. From their success stories, we can already claim that free higher education under RA 10931, the most important social legislation in the history of higher education, is a success. Overall, today, more than 2 million students are supported by the government amidst this global pandemic, so that the students can continue receiving quality education and move closer towards the realization of their dreams to improve themselves and to improve the plight of their families. As we therefore celebrate your graduation today, we look back at the years of hard work and determination, the unwavering commitment in your continuous quest for knowledge. Let your graduation remind you of the gains that you have achieved collectively and individually, and the constant push to do better and to better yourselves as you enter the world of work. As you leave the portals of your university, I am optimistic that you will become active contributors to national growth and the competitiveness of our country. You have been equipped with the necessary competencies anchored on the university's core values. And so you must use this to make your distinctive mark in society by transforming lives. Never stop learning and continue to pursue activities that will serve as precursors of discovery to ensure continuous productivity and sustainability for our future generations. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2021. Mabuhay kayong lahat.
My warm congratulations to the graduating class of 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is still facing this unprecedented human crisis brought about by COVID-19 pandemic. It has changed all the facets of life, including the landscape of education. This is a Herculean challenge for all of us, but we should rise above this challenge. Life must go on despite this adversity. We need to take the challenge by creatively transforming this adversity into an opportunity. We should look for opportunities around, and if we cannot find these opportunities, we should create them. Higher education must continue using a flexible learning platform to ensure that no one will be left behind. Your lower year schoolmates will have to continue facing the challenge of adjusting and adapting to the new normal. CSUCC is so blessed to have received a substantial amount of grant from the Commission on Higher Education to establish CSUCC as a smart campus. More enhanced learning management system and greater connectivity are expected, and students' learning as well as faculty's teaching experiences will be much richer. Your batch is the second batch that does not have a regular graduation ceremony due to restrictions in mass gatherings. But I hope the joy, excitement, and pride of completing your respective programs and earning your most coveted degrees should still be there. Earning a diploma from a prestigious institution like Caraga State University is indeed a great achievement. You should all be grateful. Despite the odds, your virtual graduation is indeed memorable. Memorable because it is a detour to the usual commencement exercises. Memorable because you have a great story to tell to your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren in the future, because you are living witnesses to this great health terror the world has experienced. As you are on your way to pursue your career, I hope you will not forget to live a purpose-driven life. Stay focused on your life's purpose, the reason of your being, the reason of your existence. When you know your purpose in life and are growing to reach the maximum potential, you are well on your way to being a success. Reaching your maximum potential means you're already becoming the best version of yourselves. That should be your goal, to be the best version of yourselves. Another challenge for you to take is to make sure that your knowledge, skills, and competencies are relevant and responsive to the demands of the time. Thus, there is no way to be complacent and satisfied with what you have learned from kindergarten up to now. You need to continuously upgrade and update. There should be no room for stagnation, no room for deterioration, and no room for irrelevance. Continue to keep learning as long as there is life. That is called lifelong learning. Continue to explore and occupy various learning spaces and learn various skills. And that is life-wide learning. Also continue to deepen your skills and competencies, and that is called life-deep learning. Continue to broaden your horizons and pursue lifelong, life-wide, and life-deep learning. Knowledge is expanding exponentially every second of the day. You should desire for more knowledge, for more knowledge means more power. At this juncture, allow me again to congratulate you all with the achievement we celebrate today, and by wishing you all the very best in the future. Once again, congratulations to all the parents who toiled hard for their children to finish college, and to the graduates, welcome to the world of young professionals. A very pleasant day to all of us. Mabuhay, and God bless us all.
My warmest congratulations to the graduating class of 2021. The year was all novel to everyone. No one was spared. We have all taken the road less traveled as we simultaneously navigate the online world. We even switch rules. Parents become co-teachers, teachers become co-learners. We perceive, identified, and addressed gaps so swift. We continued to respond. We learned to accept new tasks and risks. We turned it to positive challenges. And after a year, here we are, reaping the success of our labors. Behind every smile, I see the great sigh of relief. I see the true success, and I see hopes for better days ahead. The graduation this year, your loving parents and your teachers, I consider are among the most resilient. You never retreated. You never grow tired. Continue to use your long-earned skills and academic learnings as you step out of your alma mater. Compassion to others, service to others, be unified with others. These CSUCC values are your shield and armor. Even challenge, remain steadfast, unyielding, and determined. Keep a good, zealous grip of your dreams. Lead by example. Be part of the nation building. And in all your ways, keep your alma mater proud. Congratulations and keep safe always.
Congratulations to the CSUCC class of 2021. You made it. Graduation is our favorite time of the year because it's usually the time to celebrate the accomplishments of our students. Of course, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we weren't able to have an in-person graduation ceremony for the second year in a row. Today is without a doubt a triumphant day for all of you. The fulfillment of your aspirations has finally come to fruition. That is your graduation. The Caraga State University is continually seeking educational advancements such as scientific technologies to better equip the school in molding students like you to become better choices for human resources not only in our country but also all over the world. CSUCC, particularly the College of Industrial Technology and Teacher Education, is unmistakably the training ground for vocational and technical education. It has lived up to its purpose when this institution was first established by the state. Up until now and towards the future, the university will continue to uphold its mission, vision, and goals to continually yield the best graduates this university can produce. We are proud of your hard work you put in to get your diplomas and certificates, especially during these difficult times. This has been a tough year on so many fronts, but still, you've made it through. Your graduation is a good manifestation of your resiliency, your toughness beyond compare. The next few days from now will be for you to shape your future, and you will be looking at things from a new perspective, because you will be about to step into a new world, the real world. From now on, the world will not gauge you on how intelligent you are, but on how practical you can be. This time, you will be facing reality ahead, and the battle is not easy. Remember, graduates, you being fully harnessed by CSUCC in its technological expertise in education and training place you at a vantage point at succeeding in your respective chosen careers. Therefore, go forth, graduates. Your hard-earned diplomas and certificates are magnificent attestations that you are ready to conquer the world of wonderful possibilities. Always remember, let your dreams be your only limitations. Congratulations everyone, and God bless.
My dear graduates, as you leave the portals of this university, I know you will always live with our core values: competence, service, and uprightness. Once again, congratulations, class of 2021. To God be all the glory.
I now declare commencement exercises of Caraga State University, Cabadbaran City, adjourned.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Caraga State University Hymn.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. Daghang salamat, keep safe, and never forget to uswag pa more.
Nasinati ang kabaguhan, ang nakabut nga kadaugan, kadungganan sa CSUCC.